Good afternoon, folks. Today's topic A is what aging in America is really like. So here we go with today's discussion. Sit back and enjoy, please. Here's a strong first draft narrative you can shape into podcast, segment, article, or handout. I'm writing it on or writing it in the style you gravitate toward. Structured, people centered, myth busting, and grounded in the lived realities of aging communities. A New Jersey community shows what aging in America is really like. A small community in New Jersey is quietly revealing a truth the rest of the country is still struggling to face. Aging in America is not a crisis of individuals. It's a crisis of systems, expectations, and cultural blind spots. And it's unfolding in real time. The neighborhood In this neighborhood, older adults are living the story that national headlines often flatten into statistics. Here, aging looks like resilience and resourcefulness. It also looks like fear, improvisation, and the daily work of holding on to dignity in a society that wasn't built for longevity. The new reality: aging is a community project, not a solo journey. Residents in this New Jersey community are living longer than their parents did, but they're doing so with fewer supports. Families are smaller, adult children live farther away, costs are higher, and the old assumption that aging happens quietly behind closed doors no longer holds. Neighbors have become lifelines. Informal networks fill the gaps left by formal systems. A ride into the doctor, a shared meal, someone to check in when the weather turns bad. These small acts are the infrastructure of survival. the hidden work of staying afloat behind the front doors of tidy homes are stories of older adults juggling fixed incomes that no longer match rising costs, chronic conditions that require constant management, housing that wasn't designed for aging bodies, transportation deserts that isolate anyone who can't drive. Many are one fall, one bill, or one bad month away from instability, yet they rarely describe themselves as struggling. They say they're managing, getting by, or doing what they what needs to be done. Their language off their language softens the reality, but the reality remains. The emotional landscape, loneliness, pride, and quiet strength. What this New Jersey community shows most clearly is the emotional complexity of aging. There is loneliness, especially for those who have outlived spouses, siblings, and friends. There is pride, a deep desire not to burden anyone. There is gratitude for every small kindness that makes life feel less uh, precarious. And there is strength, the kind that comes from decades of adapting, rebuilding, and enduring. Aging here is not a tragedy, it's a testament. For the systematic gaps are not personal failures. The community's struggles highlight a national pattern. Older adults are doing everything right, yet the systems around them are outdated. Healthcare is reactive instead of preventative. Housing policy hasn't caught up to demographic reality. Transportation planning assumes everyone drives. Social programs are stretched thin. This New Jersey neighborhood is a micro micro microism of what happens when longevity outpaces in infrastructure. 5. What this community teaches the rest of the country. If America wants to age well, it must learn from places like this, where the truth is visible, unvarnished, and instructive. The lessons are clear. Aging is communal, not one thrives alone. Small supports matter. A ramp, a ride, a neighbor's knock can change everything. Dignity is not Dignity is non-negotiable. Systems must be built around it, not in spite. We need to redesign for the future we already live in. This New Jersey community is an outer. It's a preview. Closing note. What's happening there is happening everywhere, quietly, persistently, and often invisibly. But when we look closely, we see not decline, but blueprint, a roadmap for how America can honor its elders, strengthen its communities, and finally align its systems with the reality of longer lives. Okay, guys, that's your A. Give me a little bit for a break, please, and I will be back on with B shortly. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks.